Good morning, this is Sam. My channel's name is Retire Inspired, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than some of the videos that I've done in the past. In this video, I'm actually going to take a original Xbox controller called the Duke that is not working because the cord is frayed. I'm going to replace the cord, and I'm going to do an instructional video on that. Now, for someone who didn't even know how to solder a year ago, I think I'm progressing pretty good and being able to get these things repaired, and it's something that I really enjoy doing in retirement. So I hope you enjoy this video, and be sure and give me a like and a thumbs up if you do enjoy this kind of content. Leave me a comment below and let me know that this is something that I need to do again in the future. Okay, so in an effort to save a little bit of time, I've already removed the screw. This is a controller that I bought online, and when I got it in the mail, it was already damaged. This corner right here was cracked. So what I'm going to end up doing with this controller, it had another issue. This cord here is messed up and it is basically coming apart. I tried to put a little bit of tape on it to see if that would help, but it didn't. You can see that this cord is just totally frayed. So what I did was I bought another cord off of Amazon. This is the replacement cord, and it has the breakaway connector here. It breaks away there, so that's the breakaway connector, and then it has the part that connects to the controller. So I've already taken I know my work area is not very clean. I apologize, but I do work here. So I've already taken the screws out, and now we'll remove the back panel from the top panel, and that's what it looks like. There are screws that go here, 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 and here that I've already removed as well. And you also have these little things that create a motion when there's motion in the game. So you just want to unplug these. Very simple to do. And you can pull these off too, and then just take it apart. And now you can see underneath. Let's see if I can get a good view of that, where the connector is that I'm going to be replacing. So what I will be doing is I will be desoldering this on this side right here. I'll be desoldering this using my solder sucker, and I will remove that, and I will take the new one and put it in there, and then solder it back together, and hopefully it'll work. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Now, one thing that I have learned in doing this, the short time that I've just, I didn't know anything about even soldering a year ago, so I've learned everything that I have learned watching other YouTubers. But I bought this No Clean Flux paste called the name of it is BUTHYUIHF is what it's called. YUIHF. But this is very clean flux. A lot of times the flux you get is real disgusting and hard to clean up afterwards. So this flux works really well as far as cleaning, getting it removed cleanly, and not having a bunch of flux residue left over. So I'm going to take my solder sucker, and I'm just going to come in and remove the solder. And you see that flux is really good at helping you remove that solder. It's really nice to have an electric solder remover. These things are really helpful. So I may have to put a little bit more flux on it to help me remove all of that. Let me put a little bit more flux on there. You got to be careful when you're doing this that you don't put too much heat on it, because I have actually ruined boards before trying to remove capacitors and getting too much heat on it. So I think I've got most of the solder removed from that. And one thing I want to do is clean my solder sucker, or it'll get stopped up. Let's see if I can just pull it off. See if that will just pull right off of there. Doesn't seem to want to just pop right out. Yeah, it still doesn't want to come out. I got to be real careful with it that I don't break the board. So let me put a little bit of heat on it using my solder gun. My solder iron. See if that'll help me pull it out. It does appear to be working. There we go. So I've got it disconnected. I've got the old cord removed. Now I need to disconnect it from this. And there, this is the thing that holds the cord on there. So now I have removed the old cord that has the frayed edges, and I'm ready to put on the new cord. So now I've got my new cord. I'm going to put this back on here like so. See how that lines up. So put that back on there like this, and there's the new one. And I'm just going to push it through the board. Hopefully it won't get stuck. Hopefully there's no solder left in the holes that will cause it to stick. And there you go. It went straight through. No problem at all. So now all that's left to do is to resolder. Go back and put some more of this flux on here. You can never get too much, I don't think, of that. And you take your soldering gun and you heat up the eyelet first, and then you just touch your solder to it. Let me see if I can get that at an angle where you can see it a little bit better. And you don't burn your hand if you can help it. Alright, one more to go. Alright, so I've got all the points soldered. Looks like I got good solders. So you can see that very clean solder work. Now I'm going to take a little 99% IPA, isopropyl, and a toothbrush, and I'm going to remove that excess stuff there. And clean it up a little bit. So I'll take my napkin and just use that to clean up that, get that extra flux off of there. And clean it up real good. So there you go. Now you've got your newly cleaned board. And you want to get that ready to go back together. Alright, so let's get the bottom and put this back together. And these are the screws. They're Phillips, little Phillips screws. Microsoft was good about putting these little screw pictures in here so you would know which ones to put the screws into. And if you don't know what I'm talking about this little thing right here. See, it looks like a screw. Tells you where to put them. And I think that one is broken out, so it's not going to hold a screw. So that was a futile effort. I wish that they had made these plastic pieces a little more durable, where they wouldn't just fall apart. Alright, so now we've got the bottom part put together. Let's put these joysticks back on. And let's just slide this onto the case. And we just put them together. I don't know if this case, if there are any of the screw holes that are still good. Looks like this one is good, this one is good, that one's broken off, that one's broken off, that one is broken off, and that one is broken off. So we'll only be able to put 2 screws to hold the case together. Alright, so that's back together. Joysticks are working okay. Now I'm going to put these 2 screws back in. These are the only ones that will hold, because like I showed you before, the rest of them are just bad. Oh, I gotta clean that off. Alright, so I managed to get these 2 screws back in. These were the only screws that would hold the thing together. I might just take some crazy glue and crazy glue the rest of it together, but you know, this is one that I'll just be keeping anyway, since it has this huge crack in the base of it. So I can't resell this one. This is called the Duke, in case you're not familiar with it. Okay, so let's try out our newly repaired Xbox controller, our newly repaired Duke Xbox controller. So far so good, it appears to be working. This is a good game to test this on because it's a boxing game.
There's the bell. Let's see if this one lives up to our expectations. Trash talking now by Ali. Landed the jab to the head.
I'm Ali, in case you didn't know.
This jab to the head. 2 jabs in a row there. Landed the hook to the head. The cross followed by the jab. Landing a solid combination to the head. Lewis keeps his head.
I gotta knock him out.
Up on the jab.
That combination is ill. There's swelling, but it's not bad yet.
Henry fouled out 1. History with the left. Landed the head shot with the left.
He needs to stop those combinations.
That's a good left.
Drop your hand.
Got him. All right, so that works. Really pleased with that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm glad I was able to fix that controller, because it would have been really embarrassing if I had not been able to fix it. But it actually works wonderfully, and if it wasn't broken on the bottom, I would be able to put that with one of my Xboxes, one of my original Xboxes, and sell it as a bundle with that Xbox. But unfortunately it is broken. But maybe in the future I will win an auction where I'll have some more controllers that don't work, and I can just replace the insides from this controller into another controller. So stay tuned, because that might be another video. I do enjoy doing the repairs on the electronics, especially the old consoles and that sort of thing. Sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I'm not. I've been doing this the whole time, I just haven't videotaped. But I do plan on continuing to do the videos. But if you tell me in the comments below that you don't like this type of content on this channel, I'll still be making this kind of content. I'll just put it on a different channel. And make sure that you hit that notification bell so that when I put a video out, you'll be notified immediately and you'll be able to go and watch it. So with that being said, thank you for staying with me this long. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. I love you. Bye-bye. Take care.